The Forsaken Hero Chapter 7. The War of Death's Beginnings. Part 1. Homikaze and I had reached the 60th floor. I think it's been around 4 days. I'm not certain though, since my sense of time is fuzzy down here. To put it simply, the 52nd to 59th floors were a pain. At first the reason was the dungeon itself, but later on the reason turned into being Homikaze Shuri. After all that happened, I had to increase Homikaze's stats as fast as possible. This girl got killed by the demons on the 51st floor, so I started out those first floors fighting monsters to raise her level. Around halfway through the floors, Homikaze seemed to be impatient about something and volunteered herself to fight as well. She probably thought that I would abandon her if she was useless, a good trait for a slave to have. But recently, it's been overwhelming. Not letting me lay a finger on them, Homikaze charges in the moment we encounter anything and turn them into particles. This happens over and over. Homikaze wound up passing me in levels, but if it ever looks like her attitude turns rebellious, I'll just tell her that she's released from the contract, so it's alright. I also came to know something new about one of my special abilities. Although Lich King has an effect similar to resurrection magic, it returns the target to a corpse upon their liberation. I found this out by experimenting on a demon I killed, turning it into a slave before it disappeared into particles of light. Demons won't disappear if they don't receive fatal wounds. For example, a high wolf wouldn't disappear even when I cut off one of its legs. The same would happen with its severed limb. Knowing that was helpful. Homikaze and I couldn't eat much, so we were currently both hungry. We would collapse if we didn't handle the situation carefully, but we avoided the worst case scenario by eating meat. It's a shame that demon meat didn't taste too good at all, but there's nothing we could do about that. By the way, this is what it's like right now.
Daichi, please open your mouth.
Ah. Homikaze held a slice of wolf meat she'd roasted with fire-type magic and brought it to my mouth. After that day, be it her tone or her actions, Homikaze changed drastically. Her calling me by name so respectfully surprised me. I never thought that she'd do such a sharp turnabout. She's an honest, obedient girl. Her overdependence crops up here and there, but that's how I managed to win her over, so it's fine as is if that's all. However, I'd prefer it if she stopped embracing me so tightly in her sleep every night. I'd be troubled if my accumulating desires went on a rampage. I'm a guy, too. Those were the annoying things about Homikaze. However. There was a however. Her being so helpful was a big help. Me choosing her wasn't a mistake. Yep, not a mistake at all.
Daichi.
Ah, thanks.
No need to thank me, thank you very much.
With Homikaze making sure I ate, my stamina recovered. I gave some food to her as well. We have no problems with stuff to drink thanks to spirit rank water type magic.
Daichi.
What's up?
Well, could I get you to feed me?
Homikaze looked up at me with puppy dog eyes. Her cheeks were faintly flushed. Feed yourself. Why would I do that?
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I'll think about it after we get out of here. Oh. Okay. Homikaze was so excited her body even started to quiver. She looked down and bit down into her high wolf meat. Just like a carrot and stick. Finishing our first meal we've had in a while, we sat cross-legged on the cold, hard floor.
What are we doing next? I can still fight, but...
Yeah, that's the plan. We still don't know where the stairs are yet though.
The enemy's stats won't be a problem, will they?
Oh, come to think of it, I haven't checked yet, have I? I looked toward the collapsed high wolf a little ways from us. That one was one of my slaves too, wasn't he? We just used him for food. I got careless. Open. Katsuragi Daichi. Job, Hero level 46. Stamina, 1430. Mana, 2690. Strength, 3630. Resistance, 2770. Dexterity, 1600. Special abilities. Heart of Steel. Double resistance value during combat. Prevents poison, paralysis, hypnosis, and mental corruption 1/3 of the time. Indomitable mentality. Mana cannot go below 100. Absolute command. Appears upon those revived by the Lich King being lower leveled. Any order the slave receives will be followed through with until given authorization to stop. Magus of Slaughter. Damage inflicted upon enemies will also damage others of the same species within a 10-meter radius. Lich King. Able to form contracts with creatures that have died, reviving them and bending them to your will. Every other time the user dies, gain a slot. Current, 0 open slots. Unique abilities. Revenge of the Grudge Bearer. No matter how many times you die, gather strength from the abyss of death and resurrect. Current, 5 deaths. Homikaze Shuri. Job, high grade slave level 57. Stamina, 2000. Mana, 1750. Strength, 1900. Resistance, 1000. Dexterity, 980. Special abilities. Auto Heal. Restore 300 stamina every 10 minutes. Loyalty. When Master's life is endangered, all stats increase to 150%. Special conditions. High grade slave. Master, Katsuragi Daiichi. Any attack against your master, Katsuragi Daiichi, is blocked. Forced obedience until released. High Wolf. Job, high grade slave level 30. Stamina, 950. Mana, 350. Strength, 1200. Resistance, 600. Dexterity, 1300. Special abilities. None. Special conditions. High grade slave. Master, Katsuragi Daiichi. Any attack against your master, Katsuragi Daiichi, is blocked. Forced obedience until released. It's higher than I thought.
Yeah. He'd beat that shit hero Samajima.
You. Her smile seemed to ask if she'd said something strange. She tilted her head to the side. I don't mind her being so blunt though, it's convenient for me. The more desire she has to carry out her revenge, the better. No, it's nothing. Right, let's take this guy's stats as the standard for the 60th floor.
Let's go.
There was no need for either of us to ask if that was too much. Alright. Let's go kill some demons.
Could I start with this dog then?
Yeah, sure. He doesn't look like he'd even be useful as a shield anymore.
I agree. Oh, wind spirits, slice through the air. Wind slice.
Unable to move due to its missing legs, the invisible blade of air decapitated the high wolf.